What is up, guys, and welcome back to the throtl YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Evan, and today's episode is really special. We just got our hands on a 2021 Ford Bronco, and it's gonna be a surprise for the guys. So everyone's been wondering at the shop why all these packages have been arriving from throtl addressed to me, and they didn't know what truck or what vehicle they were going on. Some people have some ideas, but I'm heading back to the shop right now. Can't wait to share this with everyone and kind of reveal this whole thing. This thing is pretty badass. I've just spent a few minutes driving it, and I'm starting to think that maybe we should do some more truck content on the throtl YouTube channel. But let us know what you guys think in the comment section. Without further ado, let me get back to the shop. Let's surprise these guys and see what they think about this spec.
Oh, too late. Hey, you got the color right at least.
Let's go!
Hey!
You guys been wondering what all those big boxes are for? This is it. 21 Bronco. Wild Tracks already got a little lift on it already from the factory.
Oh, it's convertible?
They're already taking it apart.
Heck yeah, that's what Broncos are for.
Let's go!
No. Green clear.
Yo, look at that beagle.
Oh, dang.
Get a tan.
Put this up for me.
Look at the gunner switches up. Toggle switches? Hammer switches?
Whole crew just
riding.
You can lift. All right, later, boys.
This might be the most exciting you guys have been about a truck.
Yeah,
show
let's
up
go.
in.
Let's go to PB right now.
You know, we're ready.
This is really sick,
Could have
dude.
been this excited when we got the Ferrari.
Or when you got your
Put that out.
Just beef it out.
This is gonna be cool. There were a lot of really well done Broncos at SEMA,
Yeah.
and so I'm very excited to actually get into one and start working on
We
it.
need to pull this thing inside and start working on it.
All right, let's hop inside, take a look at all the parts we got to put this thing together. It's gonna be epic. Let's go through all the parts we have for this thing. It's gonna be epic. So to start, we have an ADD front and rear steel bumper kit. So this is a big improvement over the factory. This plastic looks really good, but it's not really strong and it's not very suitable for off-roading. So this is a full steel front and rear bumper. This is the Rock Fighter line, front and rear. Very nice. This is actually gonna allow us to mount a winch on the front, and the whole thing's gonna be much stronger than the factory equipment is. Next up, we have a Warn VR Evo. This is a 10S winch. This thing is buff. It's gonna look really nice on the front of the car, and hopefully we never have to use it, but if we need to, it's gonna be there. We have a Ready Lift suspension lift kit. So this is a 3-inch lift kit. It is a very complete lift kit. It's not just a shock spacer. We have a set of control arms here. We have a track bar spacer. Really complete kit that's gonna give this thing a really good aggressive look. We also have an ADD front skid plate that's gonna be replacing the factory Ford unit. Moving on to the back, we have an AWE catback exhaust system. This is a dual tip exhaust system, full stainless steel. This thing is really gonna open up the engine and sound really nice along with all the other stuff we have on it. Next up, we have a set of black Rhino Kelso wheels. These are Battleship Gray 17x9. Very nice piece. It's gonna look beautiful. Going on these black Rhinos, we have a set of 37 by 12.5-inch tires that are really gonna give it the off-road meaty look we're looking for. So that's almost everything we have for the truck. We do have a few pieces in transit right now that we're gonna sprinkle onto the truck as we start building it. So let's get started. That is our factory skid plate that our ADD steel plate is actually going to be replacing. So this is just a nice little flimsy plastic factory Ford part that's going to get buffed up by our new front bumper setup. So I'm actually starting with the front bumper, so we're going to get the factory one off, mainly just because I want to put the new bumper on. It looks really cool and I want to see it on the car. Also, if it's on the car, I can get Will over here to help me get the winch set up and wired properly. So that's where we're going to start. Look at the size difference between these. That's great. This bumper's like almost flat compared to this thing. Crazy. This is one of 2 front tow hooks on the front of the Bronco, so we actually need to modify this to get our bumper fitting correctly. So I've removed both sides. I want to make sure this fits. Then we'll put the winch on it, get these back on the car, and then we'll put everything back on for final installation. Beauty. One down. Bumper time. Bumper's on. We haven't even put the wheels and tires on or lifted this thing. It looks way better with just the front bumper. So now we're gonna throw the skid plate on and start working on the winch. Our winch is set up, it's working. I need to run a breaker here to make this a little bit more safe, and then we need to actually bolt this down because it's not even bolted down yet. Aside from that, the winch is pretty much on. We've got the Bronco up on a rack. We've got the front bumper, winch, and skid plate complete. Ricky went ahead and threw in a T-spec breaker on the winch to get that wired up. It's just chilling here in the corner. In case something goes wrong, we have a circuit breaker in there, but the front end looks mean. Beauty. Now I'm gonna move into the rear bumper. We need to get our ADD rear bumper installed, then we can keep moving onto the exhaust system and then onto our ready lift. Got our OEM bumper off. We have our ADD Rock Fighter bumper here. Now I'm gonna start moving the parking sensors over. So all of this harness needs to come. The license plate light needs to come over, get this set up, and then we can start installing brackets onto the car. So the bumper came with mounting brackets for it. So we gotta remove some of these over here. This bracket needs to come off, the tow hook needs to come off because the bumper actually has new hooks on it. So we're gonna get that on there, and then we'll get our new bumper set up on the car. Bumper's all set up. We have all of our parking sensors on. Everything's ready to go. We get the brackets on the car. I've got Will here. He's gonna help us get this thing on. Ready? We've got a rear bumper installed. The last thing we need to do is actually add a spacer to the third brake light because we're going for bigger tires, bigger diameter, and you gotta raise the light up. So the actual kit we got came with it. That's what this piece is. So this is gonna space it out and move those 2 mounting holes up to here. Give the tail light a little bit more height, and then it'll clear our new tires. So let's get this on. Time we're going to be running free shipping on all black rhinos at throtlVIP.com. Link down in the description if you guys want to check that out. We got it mounted by a 37 by 12.5 inch tire, so this is definitely a beef and off-road tire. Let's get it up on the car. Now it's time to move into our Ready Lift 3-inch suspension lift kit we have here. I think I'm gonna start in the back. It's gonna be a little bit quicker than the front because we have a control arm replacement. We do have a track bar spacer as well as shock spacers, so let's get all the old stuff out, get everything lifted. track bar spacer. This is the first component we're going to be adding. Yeah, they're both together, but roughly the idea. We got our top hat spacer on. Let's get it back up there. We got our rear suspension dialed in. Everything's ready to go. We got our spacers lift on. Everything looks good. We're gonna get started on the front. I did the back first because it's a little bit easier. The front is a little bit more involved because we have a control arm kit and we have to disassemble the strut completely. So blow the front tires out and start that. We have one strut out, we have it completely disassembled. The reason we disassembled it is because we're actually gonna be spacing the spring perch. So the kit comes with this. This is pretty much a spring perch spacer, as well as a top hat spacer. So that's gonna go on like that. And now we can drop everything back all together. All right, one last thing we need to do before we put it all together is we actually need to trim the studs on this. So our spacer, as you can see from the flush level, they're sticking up a little bit. So we need to cut these guys down so that we can have this sit flush against the frame of the car. And that way we won't have any weirdness going in. So let's trim these up and then we'll throw this back together, get this whole strut back into the car, and then we can start replacing our upper control arm for that side. All right, so our strut is back in with the spacer lift kit installed. The last thing we need to do to button up this side is actually replace the upper control arm with our new control arm with the Ready Lift system. So let's get this old one out, get this new one in, and then we'll be wrapped up for this side. We can start working on the other side. So this one, actually the ball joint has moved back a little bit. Appears to be interesting. Also, this is a cast aluminum piece, which is fairly lightweight. This is a solid piece of steel, much stronger, much more durable control arm. And I'm sure when you start lifting it like the kit we have on there, the geometry changes. So that's probably why the ball joint's in a different location. So sick. It's cool looking at the upgraded parts next to the factory parts. Let's throw this guy in. All right, so we got our passenger side all buttoned up. Let's get started on the driver's side and get this thing back on the ground.
What is this?
I don't know.
Look.
Is that from the factory?
It says lift me, baby. It says it on the other side too. On the fender line on the other side.
That's so funny. She's just asking for it. She's asking for it.
She's ready. She's already ready. We have our Ready Lift kit fully installed on the Bronco. There's only one piece we need to put on this car before we can put our black rounded wheels and tires on, which is our AW with catback exhaust system. And I got that over here. It's a good looking box on the floor. I also have a Ricky. He's gonna be helping me. He doesn't know he's helping me yet, but he's helping me. He's over there doing something. Ricky, you're helping me put this on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me finish. I take some shit.
Woohoo! Look at this. Duals. Oh yeah. So the stock exhaust is kind of lame on this. It's just a little steel pipe that's just a little out the bottom. It's not too big, beautiful dual tips over here, so we're gonna change that. We're gonna get rid of this old pile, put something on a little more better sounding. Really open up that turbo V6. So let's get this thing back up in the air and start ripping the stock stuff off. Big moment.
Let's go. All right, let's see this technique, Quinn.
All right. Bring it down, wheels on the thighs. Just stand up.
Oh, this is gonna be bananas, bro. This is gonna look so sick.
Wheels and tires make a difference, huh?
Wait, you starting it up? Yeah. First startup? Let's go. Let's go. Let's hear it. It's definitely different, yeah.
Wow, it sounds good.
Dude, that is big ass truck.
Dude.
No rubbing. Dude, that's that full lock.
This thing is gangster.
Dude, the exhaust is really nice.
Give it a little rev again.
Sounds really good.
This is the real test.
Oh, Rick.
Step through.
Last time I had to do it. Honda horn.
It's like pressed through the line. What is that? Yeah, it says lift me, baby.
Why you bullying me?
Shit. Alright,
That was dirty, Quinn.
Oh man, I don't know if I can jump in there. Here, hold the camera for a second while I might need two hands to get it. Oh my god, dude.
You got it, dog. Right
I think we need one of these. This is the same thing as the Ranger, so. Oh, the hood's open?
Hood ajar.
Yeah.
You didn't shut the hood?
Oh, no way! We forgot to. Oh, this is not good. Oh, dude, it's.
You send the shortest guy to go close the hood? It's gonna take him an hour to get back in.
Reach it? We're gonna 350 this on the first drive.
That was me, by the way.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Man, I like this. All the screens in here. Full digi screens everywhere.
That thing's nice, dude. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Our Bronco is pretty much finished. These are fun little trucks. They don't need a whole lot of work to make them look really cool. I think this one changed quite a bit in all the few modifications that we did to it. The lift kit, the wheels and tires definitely made a huge change in the stance, and then the steel bumpers, winch, and the skid plate, and the exhaust really just changed the look and the feel of how the car runs and performs, sounds. Looks awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment if we should do more trucks. Trucks are a little far and few between on this channel, but I think we might have some more coming at some point in the future. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys later.
Bronco, baby!
Wow. All right.
Do we need to put that on first?
Wow. Wow.
Disrespect.
Going up. Smokes. Oh, this is gonna be bananas, bro. Get out of the way, Sean!
You wanna come up on me? I'll come up on you, dog. Do that again.